Good afternoon. This is All India Radio. I am Valsa Williams and with me is Prashant Kumar Sinha with the Midday News. The headlines. Highest ever provision of more than 1 lakh crore rupees made under Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Scheme in 2020-21. Supreme Court directs centre and state governments to send all migrant workers to their native places within 15 days. Defence Minister Rajnath Singh says military and diplomatic level talks between India and China on border situation very positive and will continue. Delhi Lieutenant Governor calls for an all-party meeting to discuss COVID-19 related containment strategy. And COVID-19 recovery rate stands at 48.46%. A provision of 1,01,500 crore rupees has been made under Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Scheme in the current financial year 2020-21. It is the highest ever provision of funds under the programme. A sum of 31,493 crores has already been released in 2020-21, which is more than 50% of the budget estimate of the current financial year. Minister for Agriculture and Farmers' Welfare Narendra Singh Tomar said a total of 60.80 crore person days have been generated so far and work has been offered to 6.69 crore persons.
मनरेगा का इस वर्ष का बजट 61,000 करोड़ रुपया था, लेकिन कोविड के संकट को देखते हुए माननीय नरेंद्र मोदी जी ने 40,000 करोड़ रुपए का एक मुश्त आवंटन बढ़ाया। अब मनरेगा का जो कुल बजट है 1,01,500 करोड़ रुपया है। अभी तक 33,000 करोड़ रुपए की स्वीकृतियां प्रदान कर दी गई हैं। 31,500 करोड़ रुपए की राशि अभी तक जारी कर दी गई है। 61,000 करोड़ मानव दिवस सृजित हुए और कुल मिलाके अभी 6 करोड़ 70 लाख मजदूरों को जॉब ऑफर दिए गए और 3 करोड़ से ज्यादा मजदूर अभी मनरेगा के अंतर्गत काम कर रहे हैं।
The average number of persons to whom work was offered in May this year has been 2.51 crore per day, which is 73% higher than the work offered in May last year. The Supreme Court today directed the centre and state governments to send all the migrant workers to their native places within 15 days and formulate employment schemes after conducting their skill mapping to rehabilitate them. A bench of Justices Ashok Bhushan, Sanjay Kishan Kaul and M.R. Shah also directed the centre to provide additional trains within 24 hours of states making the demand for sending the migrant workers back to their native places. The top court also directed authorities to consider withdrawing all cases against migrant workers for alleged violation of lockdown norms under the Disaster Management Act. The bench also directed the authorities to identify and register migrant workers who want to go back to their native places and conclude the exercise, including their transportation, within 15 days from today. The bench, which posted the matter for further hearing in July, said the schemes for welfare and employment of migrant workers should be publicised adequately. The top court had on June the 5th reserved its order on the Suamoto case, registered on the plight of migrant workers during the coronavirus-triggered lockdown period.
The central government today said that the recovery rate of COVID-19 is at 48.46% in the country and the total number of recovered people from coronavirus has reached 1,29,215. During the past 24 hours, 4,785 people have been cured. Health and Family Welfare Ministry said 9,987 new cases of COVID-19 have been reported in the past 24 hours, taking the total number of cases to 2,66,598 in the country. This is the highest spike in new cases in one day since the outbreak of the pandemic in India. During the past 24 hours, 266 deaths have been registered, taking the nationwide toll to 7,466. The case fatality rate is at 2.80% in the country. Meanwhile, the Indian Council of Medical Research (ICMR) said a total of 1,41,682 samples of coronavirus were tested in the last 24 hours. With this, the figure of total number of tests has reached up to 49,16,116 in the country. Delhi Chief Minister Mr. Arvind Kejriwal today underwent COVID-19 test after developing sore throat and fever. Our correspondent reports the 51-year-old Chief Minister's fever has come down. The Chief Minister had gone into self-quarantine after developing mild fever and sore throat. Delhi Deputy Chief Minister Manish Sisodia met Lieutenant Governor Anil Baijal today to discuss the COVID situation in the national capital. Delhi State Health Minister Satyendra Jain was also present in the meeting. The Lieutenant Governor has called for an all-party meeting slated to be held later in the day to discuss COVID-related containment strategy in the state.
The Delhi government has said that 1,007 new confirmed cases of coronavirus have been reported in Delhi during the last 24 hours, taking the total number of cases to 29,943. The Delhi government has confirmed that 11,357 people have been cured so far, and the recovery rate is 37.92% in the city. In the last 24 hours, 358 patients have recovered. 62 deaths have been reported in the national capital, taking the toll to 874. Haryana Home and Health Minister Anil Vij has said that he was never in favour of opening of borders with Delhi due to the spread of coronavirus, but on public demand as per guidelines of the centre, the borders were opened. Interacting with AIR correspondent, Mr. Vij said the government is keeping an eye on the situation and, if required, borders would be sealed again. About the treatment of non-Haryanvis in Haryana, Mr. Vij said those who are already in Haryana, they are being treated and will be treated. They cannot be denied treatment on humanity grounds.
Maharashtra has reported 2,553 new COVID-19 cases and 109 deaths, taking the case count to 88,528 and the number of fatalities to 3,169. With the recovery of 1,661 more patients, totally 40,975 patients have been discharged from various hospitals so far in the state. There are 3,510 active containment zones in the state, where 17,895 squads have completed surveillance of 66.84 lakh people. Meanwhile, as part of the Vande Bharat mission, over 6,000 passengers have been brought back from various countries to Mumbai. 48 more flights are expected to land in the city till the 1st of July. More on this from our Mumbai correspondent.
A total of 6,795 people have arrived from various parts of the world in Mumbai under the Vande Bharat mission. Out of these, 2,107 are the residents of Mumbai, whereas 2,483 are from other parts of the state and 2,205 from other states. Apart from this, intra-district bus services have been allowed in phase 3 of lockdown with maximum 50% capacity per bus with physical distancing, masks and sanitization measures. However, the services of metro and suburban local trains, considered as the lifeline of Mumbai, still remain suspended. Also, the religious places, shopping malls, restaurants, cinema halls, spas, salons, schools and other educational institutions are shut in the state till further orders. Meanwhile, the state government yesterday distributed 2,500 ration kits to the Dabbawalas of Mumbai. Madhuri Pange, AIR News, Mumbai.
With 6 new COVID-19 cases reported this morning, Sikkim now has 10 active cases. Director General of the Health Department, Dr. Pempa Shering Bhutia, has informed. Of the 6 fresh cases, 4 are from West Sikkim and 1 each from South Sikkim and East Sikkim. All of them were in facility quarantine at the time of testing positive. On Monday, 3 people had recovered, reducing the state's active cases to 4.
5 more COVID-19 positive cases were reported in Nagaland, taking the total number of confirmed positive cases in the state to 127, out of which 119 are active cases and 8 patients have recovered. Health Minister S. Pangnu Pom in a tweet this morning stated that out of 333 samples tested, 5 new cases of COVID-19 positive have been reported. He added 4 patients are tested positive in Dimapur Quarantine Centre and 1 from Kohima Quarantine Centre. The Tamil Nadu government has scrapped public examinations for the 10th standard this year due to the looming COVID-19 situation. In an order, the government has said all the students have been declared promoted to the next classes. The scores of the students will be assessed with 80% weightage for the average marks obtained in the quarterly and half-yearly examinations and 20% on the attendance. As part of Unlock 1.0, malls, restaurants and places of worship opened in Kerala today after over 2.5 months of COVID-induced lockdown.
Various temples including Guruvayur Temple, few churches and mosques opened in the state for the devotees. Virtual queue system was followed in Guruvayur where people with online reservations were only permitted. Devotees wearing masks were seen standing adhering to the social distance norm in various religious institutions. There were few visitors in the malls and restaurants and people generally preferred takeaways in eateries. Meanwhile, many places of worship including temples, mosques and churches in the state had decided not to open now for public to contain the spread of virus. The online booking for Shabarimala will begin from tomorrow as the temple will open on June 14th. Mayusha for AR News from Thiruvananthapuram.
The Tamil Nadu government has scrapped public examinations for the 10th standard this year due to the looming COVID-19 situation. In Madhya Pradesh, the number of coronavirus patients rose to 9,638, while 414 patients have died so far. 6,536 people have recovered from the infection so far, while the number of active cases are 2,688. More than 2,15,000 samples have been tested in the state till now, and the number of positive cases in these samples is only 3.60%.
Out of the total 52 districts of Madhya Pradesh, coronavirus cases have been reported in 51 districts so far, but no new COVID-19 cases was found in 27 districts. Meanwhile, Chief Minister Shivraj Singh Chauhan has instructed to increase the number of beds to 85,000 for treatment of corona infected at hospitals as well as other places in the state. On the other hand, class 12th exam of the MP board started in the state from today. These examinations will run till 16 June. Examiners were asked to come to the examination centers 1 hour earlier. The candidates were given entry only after the sanitization and thermal screening at the examination centers. Meanwhile, a temple official cum priest and 6 others were booked by police in Bhopal yesterday for allegedly opening a temple located in red zone. Sanjeev Sharma, AIR News, Bhopal.
Gujarat Secondary and Higher Secondary Education Board GSEB has declared the SSC Class 10th exam results today. This year, around 4.8 lakh students have passed the examination, making a total pass percentage of 60.64. Our correspondent reports that this year, the pass percentage dipped by around 6%. In the year 2019, the pass percentage was 66.97%. This year, a total of 1,671 students have got A1 grade, which is very less in comparison with last year's data. Students who score between 91 and 100 get A1 grade. Students of Gujarat Board Class 10th exam must obtain a minimum of grade D to qualify.
Health and Family Welfare Minister Dr. Harshvardhan today chaired the 16th High-Level Group of Ministers GOM meeting at New Delhi to review, monitor and evaluate the evolving situation on COVID-19. In the meeting, a presentation on the ground situation as well as the latest statistics with respect to coronavirus was also made. The GOM was attended by Civil Aviation Minister Hardeep Singh Puri, Minister of State for Home Affairs Nityanand Rai, Minister of State for Shipping Mansukh Mandavia, and Minister of State for Health and Family Welfare Ashwini Kumar Chaubey. Several malls, hotels, restaurants, places of worship and numerous offices outside containment zones opened yesterday in the first phase of Unlock 1.0. The first day saw people visiting these establishments while observing social distancing norms and precautions. Disinfection and thermal screening of visitors was conducted at all such places. However, many states decided to defer opening places of worship and other establishments due to crowd management concerns. You are listening to the Midday News on All India Radio. A reminder of the headlines before we move on. Highest ever provision of more than 1 lakh crore rupees made under Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Scheme in 2020-2021. Supreme Court directs centre and state governments to send all migrant workers to their native places within 15 days. Defence Minister Rajnath Singh says military and diplomatic level talks between India and China on border situation very positive and will continue. Delhi Lieutenant Governor calls for an all-party meeting to discuss COVID-19 related containment strategy, and COVID-19 recovery rate stands at 48.46%. For quick news updates round the clock, follow us on our Twitter handle at AIR News Alerts.
अपने साथ अपनों का ध्यान रखो, बड़े बुजुर्गों का तुम ध्यान रखो, दो बात करो, कुछ मदद करो, कोरोना के चलते याद रखो, घर की सफाई ना भूलना, हाथों को धोना मत भूलना, सुरक्षित दादा दादी नाना नानी अभियान, अपने साथ अपनों का ध्यान.
Defence Minister Rajnath Singh has said dialogues are on between India and China at military and diplomatic level to resolve the situation at the Line of Actual Control (LAC). Addressing the party's virtual Maharashtra Jan Samvad rally, the minister said it is India's resolve to end this dispute at the earliest. The minister said the Narendra Modi-led government will ensure that India's pride is not affected as far as the situation along the Indo-China border is concerned. The defence minister said talks that took place at military level on June the 6th were very positive, and both the countries have agreed to continue with the dialogues to resolve the ongoing tussle. He said Congress leader Rahul Gandhi and some opposition leaders had sought the government's clarification on what is happening at the India-China border. Mr. Singh said he wanted to assure people that leadership of the country is in strong hands and India will not compromise on its pride and self-respect.
भारत की नीति रही, हम किसी के सम्मान और स्वाभिमान पर न चोट पहुंचाने की कभी कोशिश करते हैं और न हम अपने मान सम्मान और स्वाभिमान पर चोट बर्दाश्त कर सकते हैं. यह हमारे भारत का चरित्र है. इसलिए मैं कहता हूं, इसको लेकर बहुत हम लोगों को समझाने की कोशिश मत करिए. दो देशों का विवाद हो, दलगत भावनाओं से ऊपर उठकर सबको एक साथ खड़े होना चाहिए. कांग्रेस के लोग हम लोगों के ऊपर लगातार तीर पर तीर चलाए जा रहे हैं. भारत चीन को सीमा को लेकर एक विवाद का सिलसिला लंबे समय से चला आ रहा है. हम चाहते हैं कि यह सीमा का विवाद जल्दी से जल्दी सुलझना चाहिए.
Union Home Minister Amit Shah today criticised West Bengal Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee over the alleged culture of political violence in the state. Addressing the BJP's virtual Jan Samvad rally, Mr. Shah said Bengal is the only state in the entire country where the culture of political violence is flourishing. Mr. Shah lamented the West Bengal government for not joining the Ayushman Bharat health scheme for the poor. He lauded the Narendra Modi government for its bold steps in the aftermath of the Uri and Pulwama attacks. He accused the Trinamool Congress government of patronising corruption. Under the decisive leadership of Prime Minister Narendra Modi, the important decisions like removing Article 370 and 35A from the Constitution were taken.
70 साल से कई मुद्दे ऐसे थे जिनको कोई छूने की हिम्मत नहीं करता था. वो मुद्दे देश की एकता और अखंडता के साथ जुड़े थे, देश की सुरक्षा के साथ जुड़े थे. देश का हर नागरिक और बंगाल का तो हर नागरिक विशेषकर चाहता था कि कश्मीर के अंदर धारा 370 और 35A को हटा दिया जाए.
The Railways has registered the best ever safety record during the period between April last year to March this year. The Railways Ministry said there has been no fatality of any railway passenger in any train accident. The remarkable feat has been achieved for the first time in the year 2019-20 since the introduction of railway system in the country 166 years ago. Our correspondent reports that zero passenger fatalities in the last 15 months is a result of continuous efforts by the railways to improve safety performance in all respects.
Railways has undertaken several measures to improve safety, including elimination of manned level crossings, construction of road over bridges, highest ever renewal of rail tracks, effective track maintenance, and improvements in signalling system. A record number of over 1,217 manned level crossings have been eliminated in 2019-20 compared to 631 in the previous year. This is the highest ever elimination of level crossings. In order to improve safety, 84 stations with mechanical signalling were replaced with electronic signalling. The highest ever renewals of rails for 5,181 track kilometers took place in 2019-20 against 4,265 track kilometers in 2018-19. With Dipendra, Suparna Saikya, AIR News, Delhi.
In our series Experts Speak on All India Radio, we bring listeners views of leading medical experts on COVID-19. Talking to AIR News, Director AIMS Dr. Randeep Guleria advised people to aggressively follow social distancing and hand hygiene norms to check the spread of COVID-19 infection.
भारत ने लॉकडाउन काफी पहले शुरू कर दिया था। उसका जो हम देखें असर तो और देशों के मुकाबले हमारे देश में केसेस कम हुए हैं और वो अगर हम ये लॉकडाउन एग्रेसिवली फॉलो करें, स्पेशली जो हॉटस्पॉट्स हैं, उसमें हम ये देखें कि ये लॉकडाउन, सोशल डिस्टेंसिंग, क्वारंटाइन हम पूरी तरह से करते हैं और सब लोग इसमें भागीदारी करते हैं, तो हमारे केसेस जो हैं वो बढ़ेंगे नहीं, आस्ता आस्ता कर्व फ्लैटन होगा और केसेस कम होने शुरू होंगे। मैं सारे नागरिकों को यही कहना चाहूंगा कि आप इसको एक मुहिम समझ के, एक पेट्रियोटिक मिशन समझ के सब लोग मिल जाएं।
Dr. Rakesh Garg of AIMS Delhi said that the spread of COVID-19 infection takes place through a person having a travel history and as well as from those who have come into contact with the infected person.
सबसे ज्यादा मायने वाली चीज ये रखती है कि हम कोविड-19 की सस्पिशन उस पर ज्यादा डिपेंड करेंगे अगर उसकी कुछ ऐसी जगह से ट्रेवल की हिस्ट्री है जहां पर पॉजिटिव केसेस थे, एंडेमिक एरिया था, या फिर उनका ऐसे कांटेक्ट हुआ किसी पेशेंट से जो ऑलरेडी पॉजिटिव था, ये सस्पेक्ट था, या फिर ऐसे पेशेंट की जो देखभाल कर रहा है जो कि पॉजिटिव है, ये सस्पेक्ट है। तो अगर ये हिस्ट्री पॉजिटिव है और साथ में सिम्टम्स भी हैं तो उसमें चांसेस कोविड-19 के होने के रहते हैं।
Critically acclaimed actor Sanjay Mishra appeals to people to follow social distancing to fight coronavirus.
कोरोना वायरस की ऐसी कोई दवा हम तक नहीं पहुंची, सिर्फ सोशल डिस्टेंस ही कोरोना वायरस से लड़ने का एक तरीका है और यही इसकी दवा भी। इसलिए मैं आपसे निवेदन करता हूं कि आप जहां रहें, अपने घरों में रहें, साफ सफाई का ध्यान रखें और कोरोना वायरस के इस परिस्थिति से लड़ने में अपनी सरकार की, देश की शांतिपूर्वक मदद कीजिए।
The News Services Division of All India Radio, in its bilingual live phone-in program tonight, will bring listeners a special discussion program on COVID-19. Dr. A.K. Varshne, senior physician from RML Hospital, will participate in the discussion. This can be heard tonight on the FM Gold channel and additional frequencies from 9:30 p.m. onwards. Listeners can ask questions to the expert on toll-free telephone number 1-800-115-767. You can also ask questions on telephone number 011-2331-4444 and post queries on our Twitter handle at AIR News Alerts by hashtag AskAIR. This program will also be available on our website newsonair.com and on our YouTube channel News on AIR Official. Listeners can also follow us on the News on AIR app for updates.
Now let us take a look at the weather forecast. The national capital Delhi is expected to witness strong surface winds during the daytime. Minimum temperature recorded was 27 degrees and maximum is expected to go up to 40 degrees Celsius. Mumbai is experiencing generally cloudy sky with a few spells of rain or thunder showers. The minimum temperature recorded was 23 degrees and maximum could reach up to 35 degrees Celsius. Chennai will see a generally cloudy sky. Minimum temperature recorded was 29 degrees, maximum expected to go up to 40 degrees. Kolkata is having partly cloudy sky with possibility of moderate rain or thunderstorm. Minimum temperature in the metropolis was 26 degrees Celsius, while the maximum will be around 37 degrees. Chandigarh will witness partly cloudy sky. Minimum temperature in the city was 26 degrees Celsius, while the maximum will be around 37 degrees. In Dehradun, the temperature is expected to hover between 22 and 35 degrees, with partly cloudy sky with possibility of development of thunder and lightning. In Hyderabad, rain or thunder showers would occur towards evening or night. Minimum temperature was 27 degrees, while the maximum will be around 39 degrees Celsius. Bengaluru witnessed a minimum temperature of 21 degrees and maximum is expected at 32 degrees. Generally cloudy sky with light rain is forecast for the city. Ahmedabad's forecast says rain or thunder showers could occur towards evening or night. Minimum temperature was 26 degrees while maximum will be around 37 degrees. Bhopal will witness a partly cloudy sky. The minimum temperature in the city was 25 degrees Celsius while the maximum will be around 36 degrees. Patna will witness a partly cloudy sky. Minimum temperature in the city was 28 degrees Celsius. Maximum will be around 38 degrees. Guwahati will witness a partly cloudy sky with haze. Minimum temperature in the city was 26 degrees. Maximum will be around 37 degrees. On to the north. In the Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir, the minimum temperature was 24 degrees Celsius in Jammu, while maximum will be around 36 degrees. The city will observe a mainly clear sky becoming partly cloudy towards afternoon or evening. In Srinagar, minimum temperature was 13 degrees Celsius, while the maximum will be around 30 degrees. The city is expected to have a partly cloudy sky becoming generally cloudy towards afternoon or evening or night. In Gilgit, the temperature will hover between 16 and 36 degrees Celsius with partly cloudy sky, with possibility of rain or thunderstorm or dust storm. In Muzaffarabad, it is expected to have thunderstorm with rain. City witnessed minimum temperature of 16 degrees Celsius, while the maximum temperature will be around 34 degrees Celsius.
The 52-day-long annual monsoon season trawling ban will come into effect on the Kerala coast from midnight today. In this connection, fishing vessels from the state operating along the Kerala shore must leave the region before midnight today. The 52-day-long ban, designed to coincide with the fish breeding season, will help replenish marine fishery resources. The Fisheries Department will carry out search and rescue operations and patrolling during the period. In Karnataka, agricultural activities have intensified after the augment of the southwest monsoon. More from our correspondent.
Monsoon has set in Karnataka, bringing smile on farmers. According to the Agriculture Department statistics, Kharif sowing has started in 6.95 lakh hectares, which is around 10% of 73 lakh hectare under cultivation. The department says that there is demand for 9.57 lakh metric ton fertilizer, and till date 6.14 lakh metric ton has been supplied. The demand for seeds is 1.28 lakh quintals, and out of which 1.51 lakh quintal is distributed. Under PM Kisan Yojana, over 51 lakh farmers in the state were provided financial assistance of over 3,789 crore rupees in 5 installments. Another 48 lakh 84,000 farmers received 2,000 rupees each in 2020-21. Sudhindra, AIR News, Bengaluru.
106 flights have been scheduled from 6 Gulf countries in the 2++ phase of the Vande Bharat mission to various places in India. 26 flights are scheduled in this phase from the UAE. Today, 4 flights are scheduled from the UAE, 2 flights from Abu Dhabi to Kochi and Amritsar, and 2 flights from Dubai to Lucknow and Kozhikode. Priority is being given to distressed workers, stranded tourists, pregnant women, medical emergency cases, and senior citizens. In sending them back, only asymptomatic passengers will be allowed to board the flights. More than 16,000 Indians have been repatriated earlier under the Vande Bharat mission from the UAE.
The Dhaka Metropolitan Police DMP has started yoga practice for its officers to make them physically and mentally fit at a time when the coronavirus is spreading rapidly in the country. A yoga session was organized on Monday with about 100 police officers participating in various exercises and activities in Dhaka. Over the course of time, over 1,200 police personnel will participate in yoga sessions organized by the DMP. The spokesperson for the Dhaka Police's Diplomatic Security Division, Rajan Kumar Saha, told AFP that yoga was important to keep the police force stress-free during duty. He said that yoga sessions are part of the exercise to boost morale of the police during the time of the pandemic. More than 6,000 police personnel across Bangladesh have been infected by coronavirus since the first case was reported on the 8th of March.
The global economy, which has plunged into a severe contraction, will shrink by 5.2% this year due to the massive shock of the coronavirus pandemic and the shutdown measures to contain it, the World Bank said yesterday. And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Highest ever provision of more than 1 lakh crore rupees made under Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Scheme in 2020-21. Supreme Court directs centre and state governments to send all migrant workers to their native places within 15 days. Defence Minister Rajnath Singh says military and diplomatic level talks between India and China on border situation very positive and will continue. Delhi Lieutenant Governor calls for an all-party meeting to discuss COVID-19 related containment strategy. and COVID-19 recovery rate stands at 48.46%. For details of these stories and more, log on to our website www.newsonair.com and News on AIR app. With that, we end the Midday News.